The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is a welcome refashioning of a favorite. It's got a bigger screen and a clean design that better reflects its family. The biggest update, though, comes through a generous helping of AI that touches both hardware and software. This may be the most complete AI-ready mobile package on the market. Goodbye all those Note vestiges and hello to the new or at least more consistent design language. The all-new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra finally looks like a part of the Galaxy S family, sharing the same flat brand wrapping around its body. For this latest flagship, Samsung has recast the Galaxy S25 Ultra in the image of its siblings while maintaining that ultra flare with premium materials, the largest screen, and yes, the integrated S Pen. Like the rest of the line, the Galaxy S25 Ultra now features Qualcomm's best mobile CPU, the 3nm Snapdragon 8 Gen L8 for Galaxy, which promises to be faster and more efficient than anything the Galaxy S line has run before. Samsung told us this is actually a custom version of the processor but didn't go into detail. While we have not yet had the time to benchmark the new phone, we'll be doing that for our full review. The company did note that the NPU could be 40% faster. The CPU is, as they measures it, 37% faster than the last Ultra, and the GPU is, they promise, 30% faster. Even ray tracing gets a boost, with Samsung's benchmarks finding it 40% better than the S24 Ultra's ray tracing capabilities. Put another way, this might be a very good gaming smartphone. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra was unveiled at Galaxy Unpacked on January 22. It's available to pre-order now in a choice of 4 colors: titanium silver, titanium white silver, titanium grey, and titanium black. The phone ships in either 256GB, 512GB or 1TB storage configurations, and every variant comes with 12GB of RAM. The Galaxy S25 Ultra will begin shipping on February 7 for the following prices. The 256GB variant is $1,299, the 512GB variant is $1,419, and the 1TB version is $1,659. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra looks and feels good, and while some might prefer the Galaxy S24 Ultra's more rounded styling, the S25 Ultra is 15% lighter and as a result feels better in the hand. It's also still rated IPX68 for water and dust resistance. Samsung has mostly chosen to leave the screen technology as it is, covered in more scratch-resistant Gorilla Glass Armor 2. The display still has a sharp and pleasing QHD+ resolution, but it is slightly larger than the S24 Ultra's at 6.9 inches instead of 6.8 inches diagonally. Samsung did this not by making the phone larger, but by shrinking the bezel by 15%. It is still an adaptive refresh rate screen, moving smoothly from 1Hz to 120Hz on an as-needed basis. New to the screen technology is ProScaler, which actually comes from Samsung's TV line and upscales lower resolution content. This is a hardware upgrade that will not filter down to previous models. While the camera array has been redesigned and the 3 rear lenses now almost float above the phone body, 2 of the 3 cameras are unchanged from the S24 Ultra, the 50MP 5x zoom and 200MP wide main camera. New to the trio is the 50MP ultra wide. Shooting macro images in 12MP bind format, I could already see the quality differences and was especially impressed with the level of close-up detail I could capture. The front-facing portrait camera is unchanged from the S24 Ultra. It is still 12MP, and in my brief hands-on time, it did an excellent job of capturing portrait mode photos. I may be disappointed that Samsung didn't bring back its optical 10x zoom from the S23 Ultra, but the 10x zoom that crops in on the higher pixel count zoom will probably satisfy most people. Battery size is unchanged from the S24 Ultra, but Samsung says we should expect better battery life from the Galaxy S25 Ultra thanks to the Snapdragon 8 Gen Elite's 3nm process and the new 40% larger vapor chamber that Samsung has paired with a thermal interface covering. The TIM sits right on top of the CPU and the vapor chamber is on top of that to deliver more efficient heat dissipation, which can extend better battery life. Speaking of the battery, Samsung says the phone is QI2 compatible, but that support is not built into the phone. In the other words, the phone will work with an external accessory that supports the updated wireless charging system. The S Pen is still there, but Samsung has removed Bluetooth LE support because it told us no one was using it. Its main function was to enable you to use the pen as a remote control for shooting photos or controlling presentations. I doubt I will miss it. Otherwise, the S Pen's operation is unchanged. I drew with it a bit on the S25 Ultra and was impressed with the responsiveness. Finally, the good news is that Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra costs the same as its predecessor, starting at $1,299 for 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. That's still a hefty price, but you should expect some early promotions to lower the pocket pain, and trade-in deals are typically excellent.